Look at you, sitting there, drowning in your own thoughts, thinking the world is caving in on you. Yeah, life sucks right now, I get it. You're in a hole and it feels like the walls are closing in. But let me tell you something, this is nothing. And I mean it, absolutely nothing. The universe doesn't give a damn about you or your problems. But here's the kicker, you're making it all bigger in your head than it really is. And that's fine, it's normal. We all do it sometimes, but you need to recognize something else. It's pathetic. Do you have 2 legs to walk on? 2 arms that work? A heart that still pumps blood? A brain that can think? Congratulations. You're already better off than billions of people who came before you. People who had to fight off wild animals, starve for days, or die in ditches just so their offspring, people like you, could sit on a couch and whine about the hardships of modern life. And that's the truth. An uncomfortable truth. You've already won the lottery just by existing. You've already achieved a miracle by being born. Do you even realize how ridiculously unlikely it is that you exist at all? 1 in trillions. And yet, here you are, alive, breathing, existing in this moment. And what are you doing with it? Squandering it on self-pity. You've got excuses, I'm sure. Life is hard. People don't understand. It's not fair. And yeah, maybe it isn't. But guess what? That doesn't matter. Fairness is a myth we tell ourselves to make sense of a world that doesn't owe us anything. The only thing that matters is how you respond. Let's talk about how much worse it could be. You think your problems are insurmountable? That you're stuck in some hopeless situation? You're wrong. You think bills are bad? You think struggling to make ends meet is the end of the world? Let me paint you a picture. Imagine walking outside tomorrow and getting hit by a truck. Imagine the pain, the chaos, the aftermath. Imagine your wife or your kids getting the call that you didn't make it home. Imagine their lives without you. Or worse, imagine you survive, but you're paralyzed from the neck down. Stuck in a hospital bed, watching the world move on without you. Still think your bills are a big deal? Or let's go deeper. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and everyone you love is gone. Not just gone like a breakup or an argument, dead. Your wife, your kids, your friends, wiped off the face of the earth in some freak accident. Or maybe it's a war, a bomb, something catastrophic. One day, you're sitting here feeling sorry for yourself. And the next, the world as you know it is over. And you're alone. Completely, utterly alone. Imagine that. Feel it. Let it sink in. Now tell me, does that make your current problems seem a little smaller? Does it put things in perspective? Because it should. It needs to. We live in a world where people complain about the tiniest inconveniences while forgetting just how much worse things could be. You're worried about modern struggles, making ends meet, finding a job, getting through the month. You know what people used to worry about? Not starving to death, not freezing in the winter, not being eaten alive by wolves or slaughtered by an invading army. They didn't have time to sit around and feel sorry for themselves, because survival wasn't guaranteed. They fought. They clawed. They survived because they had no other choice. And now here you are, with electricity, running water, a roof over your head, and food on the table. And you're acting like the world owes you something. You're not owed anything. No one owes you a damn thing. But you owe it to yourself and the people who came before you to make the most of this life. Do you know what your ancestors went through just to get you here? The sacrifices they made, the hardships they endured. And this is how you honor them? By sitting here and wallowing in self-pity? It's disgraceful. Let me remind you just how lucky you are. You've got a wife who loves you, kids who depend on you, friends who care about you. Do you even understand how rare that is? There are people out there who have nobody, no one to call when life gets hard, no one to share their joys or sorrows with. But you've got a team, a tribe, people who would be devastated if you gave up, people who need you to keep going. And let's not forget the little things you take for granted. You've got a couch to sit on, a phone to scroll through, entertainment at your fingertips. You've got the luxury of sitting here and feeling sorry for yourself. Yes, it's luxury. Because in another time, in another place, you'd be too busy trying not to die to even consider wallowing in self-pity. But here's the thing, you have a duty. As a man, as a human being, your duty is to fight, to endure, to overcome. Not just for yourself, but for the people who depend on you. You think your problems are big? Guess what? They're small. They're tiny. They're nothing compared to what others are dealing with, what others have overcome. And if you let these little problems break you, what does that say about you? What does that say to the people who look up to you? Good things happen to good people. You know why? Because good people don't quit. They keep going. They face the storm head on, knowing that eventually the clouds will part and the sun will shine again. And it will. It always does. You just have to hold on long enough to see it. Do you know what separates the winners from the losers in this world? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not even intelligence. It's grit, determination, the refusal to give up no matter how hard things get. The winners are the ones who keep moving forward, even when every part of them wants to quit. One day, you'll look back on this moment and you'll laugh. You'll laugh because you'll realize how small it really was in the grand scheme of things. You'll laugh because you'll know you were strong enough to get through it. And you'll be proud of the man you became because of the struggles you overcame. But you'll only get there if you make a choice to stop feeling sorry for yourself, to stop waiting for someone to save you. No one is coming. It's all on you. And that's not a bad thing. It's empowering. Because here's the good news. You can do it. You're stronger than you think, smarter than you know, and more capable than you realize. But strength doesn't mean anything if you don't use it. Intelligence doesn't matter if you don't act on it. Potential is meaningless unless you harness it. So get up, fight, push through. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Because you have no other choice. And when it's all said and done, when you're on the other side of this, you'll know. You'll know that you're amazing. You'll know that you're capable of anything. And you'll know that no matter what life throws at you, you'll always find a way. Because that's what you do. That's who you are. So go, prove it. To yourself, to the world, to the people who believe in you. Prove that you're the man they think you are, the man you know you are. And if you stumble along the way, if you fall, that's fine. Falling isn't failing. Staying down is. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Because the only thing that matters in this life is that you never, ever give up. This is your life, your story, and it's not over yet. So write the next chapter. Make it a good one. One day you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. And you'll realize that the moment you're in right now, the one that feels so heavy, so impossible, is just a stepping stone on the path to greatness. So go. Be great.